Spending more money on your heating bill than you need to. That money could be lost not because of the furnace necessarily, but because your insulation in your roof is not doing its job. Tony Oakman is here from Lee's Heating and Air. You found most people don't even realize the insulation affects the overall heat of the home and the bill.
Yeah, one of the common things we see is people, you ask them if they need insulation, they go, oh, my house is newer, therefore I don't need it. But what we've found is that there are a lot of homes that might be 2, 3, 4 years old that really do need insulation. And the problem there is there'll be insulation maybe deeper in some areas and more shallow in some areas, and that creates heat loss or heat gain in the summer, and that causes your utility bills to go up, causing inefficiencies.
The question about how much insulation, how thick it is, that all circles around the attic.
That all pretty much circles around the attic as far as it's easier to do. In the walls it's tougher and so on those things. So we're going to focus. Here's some pictures. Look at this. This looks like that look like moguls. We're watching the Olympics, and this is where it's higher, lower. That's not even code. That right there. We should have been R38 up higher. That is, you're looking at it's 4 inches thick right there. Here you can see it's tramped down. The ductwork isn't insulated. Therefore, we would be up there and see these kind of things, and therefore we say, you know what, we need to get involved in this because we are seeing it every day. So therefore, that's what we're doing.
What are some options when it comes to insulation?
Well, let me, I can show you some different types here really quick on insulation. So we have here, this is a cellulose. It's made of ground up newspaper. It sounds really good. It sounds clean, environmental, that sort of thing. But what happens is, this type here, I have this in my house, or I did have. When you shake it down a little bit, it goes down. So over time, it'll actually settle. So what you start out with, maybe higher, well, all of a sudden, it's lower. And so we see that. This is a fiberglass that you would see. The fiberglass is more puffy and will stay, and it doesn't compress. Now, what's interesting is if you don't know, and most people don't, you wouldn't want to put this type on top of this type. So like if you were adding, because this here is heavy enough to compress itself, when you get on top of fiberglass like that, it would really compress it and make it less efficient. You would lose the R value you had here.
I see.
It's crazy. Here's another type. It would be like in older homes. Somebody here on your set said his house is like in the 58, they're about 60s. This is what you would see back then, and normally it was only about that thick. I just put some in here to show.
Okay.
So in doing that. And this is another one we found. This is the most rare insulation I've ever seen. We took this out of a house.
We're not sure what this is yet.
We weren't really sure. But this is, I think, ground cedar that they may have used. We haven't tested it for fire yet, but I bet it's not good.
So what's the best kind to use?
You know what? I think the best kind today, especially if you're blowing in on top of what you have, would be the fiberglass.
And how much approximately does it cost to add that?
You know what's great about this is with today, I've seen prices all over the board. I've seen prices, and normally it's by the square foot of your house, and so I've seen it from 40 cents, 50 cents, 70 cents a square foot. So Brooke, what we're finding is you know what, with utility rates today, or utility rebates that you can get back, that you can actually get it done pretty much without spending money. Now, Thermwise told me it's not free money, it's not free insulation. What it is money we paid to our utility bills already, our utility companies. We get that money back. So why not call Lee's today, and so that we can come out for free, do a attic inspection, check your insulation values, see where you are, see if you qualify, and you get it.
Okay.
Plain and simple. And so, and so when we're done, what's great about this, you get a quality job. We don't get the moguls. We don't get we do it the right way.
All right.
And we can help you to know what's good and what's bad. We can also check your furnace while we're there. If we're there, and I have a special for you. For your viewers out there today, for $29 while we're there, or if we even come back ourselves later, for $29, we'll check your furnace out totally, make sure it's safe.
Great. Tony, perfect deal affecting the heating in your home and also your heating bill. Details on our website, and we'll be right back with more on Studio 5.